So if you're moving to the Atlanta area and you love mid-century modern homes, one neighborhood you definitely need to check out is Northcrest. But I will say homes here can go fast. We'll talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to show you around this neighborhood, why it might be something you should consider. Let's get into it. Let's talk all about living in Northcrest right now. Hey there guys, my name is Molly and welcome to my channel. If you are moving to the Atlanta area and you need help with your future home search, make sure you reach out to me, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. We can have a conversation, find out some places that you like, you don't like. We can match a neighborhood that fits your lifestyle and your budget. So can't wait to hear from you. And if you want to follow along, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But here I am in a neighborhood called Northcrest. It's just a cool community, and I will say this is outside I-285. I like to stay ITP, that is my jam, but for cool neighborhoods like this, yes, I will come out here and do a vlog on it. So let me put up a map and so you can see where this neighborhood is located. You're going to see it's just outside 285 and I-85. That is kind of what we call Spaghetti Junction right there. It's just a lot of overpasses. Those are very busy highways. In fact, when I was driving up here, the traffic going into town did not look too hot, but coming out here, it was a smooth, easy drive. So, you know, this is a great spot, you know, if you want to live pretty close to the city, not too far out, this could be a great option for you. Let me put up some commuting times if you are going to be commuting for work. To get to Buckhead, that's about a 22-minute drive. Midtown is 23 minutes, downtown 25 to 30 minutes. The airport is going to be around 35 to 40 minutes. And hey, if you work over at Emory, that is about a 20-minute commute. You'll notice that this is just a small little community just north of the city of Tucker. Now, I've done a vlog tour of the city of Tucker, so if you want to go check that out on my channel, feel free to do so, but that'll show you kind of all the spots there in Tucker, and I'll touch a little bit about things to do here afterwards. But let me start walking through this neighborhood now. Just like this home, this neighborhood is packed of mid-century moderns, you know, those homes built like in the 1960s. And I would say most of these homes, they're going to kind of have a similar features. They've got, a lot of them have that tongue and groove ceiling. A lot of them are split level homes. But you're going to notice, like, look at this home. The lot size that it's on, I mean, you can't just find this in the city. And I would say on average, most lots in this neighborhood are about 0.4 acres. I've seen one that was 0.7, but you know, on average, you can expect about just under a half an acre lot. So that's really great. Now, the price point is also really great when you're considering other areas of the city. You know, the median sales price in all of Northcrest is around $543,000. But I would say if you're looking at specifically a mid-century modern style home, you're going to pay on average around probably $670, you know, give or take some. I've seen that the highest sale in this neighborhood was $850, and some of the smaller ones under 2,000 square feet are kind of in the low 600K range. Now, while this neighborhood does have a lot of mid-century modern homes in this neighborhood, which is kind of my focus today, there are a lot of ranch style homes, split level homes. That's mainly what you're going to find in this neighborhood. So just know that there's not just mid-century moderns. There's just a lot of them condensed into this neighborhood. But it's a pretty cool neighborhood. I think a lot of the neighbors are pretty cool. Everyone loves living here. You got a good eclectic mix of people. You've got retired folks, you've got families. Now, one question I'm probably going to be asked, is it walkable? Well, you can take nice leisurely strolls through this neighborhood. It does get hilly, but no, you can't just like walk to a coffee shop. You're gonna have to get in your car and go just a little ways. This is just mainly a neighborhood, but check out right behind me, here's an example of a mid-century modern home. And you're gonna find when you drive around this neighborhood, a lot of the style of these mid-century modern homes are going to be similar. A lot of them are that split level. So if you don't like split level, there's still some mid-century moderns in here that aren't split level, but a lot of them are. So it might just limit your selection of what you can get. But most of them will have like a covered carport, not necessarily a garage. They usually have fireplaces. So there's just some really great features of these homes. And some people have renovated these to be really cool, and sometimes it can be partially renovated where a lot of it's been renovated, the kitchen, but maybe they kept the bathroom kind of retro looking. And that's another thing to consider, is that some of these bathrooms, just remember, this is kind of like a ranch style home. The bathrooms can be small and tight unless it's been gutted and expanded somehow. So, it may not be perfect for some people, but I think for a lot of people, they make it work. And I've seen some really cool renovations. Now, there are still some homes in this neighborhood that could use some love. So if you're looking for a project, those can be found here as well. But like I said, these homes can get snatched up in a hurry. Multiple offers going way over list price. It kind of just depends on the home. So yeah, if you want a home in this neighborhood that's a mid-century modern, you just got to be ready to put your fighting gloves on, because there will be multiple offers on it. So make sure you're reaching out to me. Shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. We can talk more about strategy. But let me walk over to one home example. I'm not going to show you a ton today because it would get a little redundant, but I'm going to show you one home example of a mid-century modern. We'll go from there. Okay, I'm going to show you a quick home example. It's kind of hard to see this one because it's kind of in a forest. It's very woodsy, and that's a lot of this neighborhood. I mean, there's just really tall trees everywhere, and it's really, really beautiful, but sometimes it can be hard to get a good shot of some of these homes. But here is the home example behind me. Of course, it has a carport. This sold for $625,000. It was listed for $595,000, just under 2,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, renovated, open kitchen layout, the tongue and groove ceilings, all the work. So a really beautiful home. And like I said, I could just go on and on, but you'd probably get bored of me talking about another home and another home. I mean, they all kind of look a little similar, maybe just a couple different paint colors or some interior features. I mean, there are some that just stand out and you're like, wow. And yeah, there are some people that have pools in their backyards. I mean, they have the space for it. But one thing I will say is, because there are so many trees around in this neighborhood, there's a lot of pine trees. So I do see a lot of pine needles collecting on the roofs of these homes. So, a little bit of home maintenance is going to be required when you are living in this neighborhood. Now I'm heading back to my car, but I just want to point out, right down the street, like here are some just kind of more typical ranch split level homes. So yeah, you're gonna find kind of a mix of homes in this neighborhood. I ran into a nice guy that was walking his dog, and I will say there's a lot of people that take walks with their dogs or their kids. And so he was kind of telling me his experience of living in this neighborhood. So if he's watching, hello, it was nice to meet you. And he's lived here for, I think, 19 years is what he said, and he's loved it. Of course, he's seen the home prices change in this neighborhood. I'll get into that in a second. But he said, yeah, there's kind of a slogan here. They say keep Northcrest weird, kind of like keep Austin weird. But he just said there's a great eclectic group of people that live here. He's got a kid, and schools in terms of this neighborhood that are zoned to this neighborhood are Pleasantdale Elementary. That's kind of right on the edge of this neighborhood off of Pleasantdale Road. There is the Henderson Middle School and Lakeside High School. And online rankings kind of show them middle of the ground, but I would just say check it out. I mean, this guy seemed happy with Pleasantdale Elementary. He said they have like a Spanish immersion class. It's a diverse community. So, as always, do your research when it comes to schools, because everyone's needs and wants are a little bit different. Check out this lawn. It is just immaculate, and I will say you kind of get a mix of lawns that are taken really well care of and some that aren't as much. It's just kind of a mix, but that's what you get here in the Northcrest area. I've seen a few golf carts in this neighborhood. I don't know what the golf cart rules are in this neighborhood. There is no HOA with this neighborhood. There is a civic association you can join. I just was reminded there's a sign right there on the corner saying, hey, join our Northcrest Civic Association. So they seem like a very active neighborhood. There is a swim and tennis club, and I will go there here after my next home example. But one thing I did want to touch base upon was, I remember showing homes in this neighborhood back like 7-8 years ago, and I would say like the cream of the crop, the best of the mid-century modern homes, those were selling at maybe $350, $400 max. And now, I mean, that's like laughable because now it's, the average is probably $670,000. So you can just see how the prices have really increased over the years. And I think this is just a great community that, if you have to commute into town, it's not that far. And especially, do you hear anything right now? That's right, you don't hear anything. It's quiet in this neighborhood. So if you're looking for some peaceful surroundings, then that's what people love about this neighborhood. It's quiet, but it's very close to the highways. You can get down over into downtown Tucker for something to do. It's about a 10-minute drive or about 4 miles. And if you like golfing, there is a public golf course nearby. That is the Heritage Golf Links. So it's a public golf course with 27 holes. So you do have that golfing option. There's also a driving range right down the road off of Northcrest. It's called Northcrest Golf Driving Range. So there are a couple things, very close by. But yeah, if you're wanting to get something to eat, I would go down to the downtown Tucker area. They have some cute little restaurants there in that neighborhood. And then as far as grocery stores, the closest one would be a Kroger. It's right there off of Chamblee Tucker Road and I-285. There's also a Publix and a Kroger more by the downtown Tucker area. There's also a Target. I love going to that Target. It's right off of La Vista Road and I-285. That's a great Target location. So there's kind of your shopping options. There's a lot of little shops right there off of kind of by the North Lake Mall right there at La Vista and I-285. So you have some shopping options that are not too far from here. But let me keep going back over to a home example that's not mid-century modern, just so you can kind of get a flavor of something else in the neighborhood. Okay, so if you're not into mid-century modern, there are plenty of ranch style homes or split level homes in this neighborhood and at a much more reasonable price point. So I want to give you an example of that because I don't want you to think that this is just a mid-century modern neighborhood, because it is a mixture. So right behind me here, let me get this car out of the way. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 2,300 square feet, sold for $475,000. It had an updated kitchen, hardwood floors, and it did have a little bit of that wood paneling that was painted over. It's kind of funny because, that was like a thing back then, is the wood paneling, and now people either rip it out or paint over it. And I was just thinking about it, I'm like, man, you're seeing it coming back, but it's like that narrow paneling, you know what I'm talking about? It's funny how some trends, they go out of style and they come back in some other form. But I will say something that will not, I hope, ever come back in style is popcorn ceilings. Okay, anyway, let me take a little quick drive around this neighborhood so you can kind of just see a couple examples of the streets that are in this neighborhood. It's just a lovely neighborhood. Again, very peaceful, quiet, relaxing. And the price point, I think, is another thing, is like you get a pretty decent square footage for a home, and for the price that you pay here versus if you went inside the city, inside the 285 loop, you would be paying a lot more. I mean, I toured a mid-century modern renovated ranch style home. It did have a pool, and it went over $1 million. So, if you're looking for a good value, this is the neighborhood for that. Aha, there is the answer to my question about golf carts. Yes, you can drive around golf carts here, and you can park them right here and come over to the wildly popular Northcrest Swim and Tennis Club. This is very popular for residents that live in this neighborhood, especially if you got kids or you just enjoy a pool or mingling with neighbors. This is where you want to be enjoying, especially in the summertime. Now everyone's in school right now, so it's a little bit dead, like a lot dead because nobody's here. But you're gonna see here that there is a pool, and I believe they just redid it this year, so it's a brand new pool. Now I will say the rest of the facilities here are a little bit older. This has been run by volunteers for over 60 years, so if you're wanting to get involved, I'm sure they could use your help. But you can see there's some like kind of an unofficial toy park, basketball courts, and there are some tennis courts just across the lawn here. So this is just kind of like a main gathering spot for people that live in this neighborhood. So there you go. There is the Northcrest Swim and Tennis Club. All right, before I go, I just wanted to show you kind of the closest shopping center from the Northcrest neighborhood, and just off of Northcrest and Chamblee Tucker Road, which is a very, very busy road. And in fact, I-285 is just like a block that way. You're gonna run into this little strip mall with a Planet Fitness. There's a Smoothie King, a Moe's and Joe's, a Kroger, so that's your closest shopping center. But if you keep going a little further south, like I said, off of La Vista Road, you're gonna hit like a Target, a Sprouts, there's a Hobby Lobby, a Dick's Sporting Goods, so a little bit of a newer shopping area. And then the downtown area in Tucker is really cute too, with their little restaurants, and there's like a home goods store over there, a Walmart, another Kroger. So there's kind of your closest shopping areas. But you guys, this was kind of a short and sweet tour of the Northcrest neighborhood. It's a great neighborhood that a lot of people I don't think know about, but now you know. So as always, I hope this was helpful for you. If you see me out in the wild, make sure you say hello. And if you're thinking about making a move, whether that's tomorrow or next year to the Atlanta area and you need further help, reach out to me, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I'm here waiting to hear from you. But until next time, you guys, I'll see you around the neighborhood.